Well, howdy, everybody. This is your boy, Melness Outdoors, coming at you with another trapping, hunting, kind of talking video. I figured I would post a video on when certain big game trapping animals come into heat. That way you know what to expect. And when they come prime and whatnot. A bobcat breeds usually in February and March. So, I mean, that's a good time to run a gland lure. And a bobcat's pelt is usually prime, which means as prime as it's going to get, the best quality it's going to get. Usually the end of January, February. And their gestation period, which is how long they carry their babies, is 62 to 70 days. The female takes care of her kittens by herself. And they usually have their kittens in like a woodchuck hole or a skunk den or in cliffs or a holler tree or something. And a fox, the vixen stays in heat about a week. They're in heat for about a week. And the breeding season is somewhere between January and March, depending on where you're at. And they carry their pups for 51 to 53 days. Litter size is generally 4 to 5 pups. And they also den in woodchuck holes, skunk holes, and they'll dig their own dens if they can't find a suitable den site. Coyotes come in heat late January to late March, depending on where you're at. They are reproducible. Well, they're in heat for 2 to... Looks like I got wrote down about 2 weeks is when they're the most receptive. The alpha male will usually have a alpha female, and she will usually have the pups, and the rest of the females will help take care of the pups. Sometimes there'll be more than one alpha female, but not usually. The male will breed that one female for years sometimes until she is so old that they replace her. The way a coyote pack works is there'll usually be a male and 3 or 4 females. The other females are like nannies. A coyote has an area that it patrols. Okay, let's say that circle right there is the area that they're patrolling. We'll say that's 30 acres. And those X's is where that coyote will poop and pee to show its boundaries. Okay, now you'll have other males that'll come in and see this. Sometimes they will come in here and then there will be a fight over the territory. If this male wins out, he will get these females. But if this male that's in this territory wins that, it stays the same. But that's why they mark their territory. And a pack of coyotes, the male and the alpha female, will usually travel that every night. I'll go more over that in another video to describe it a little better for you all. But I'm just going to cut it off on that because I don't want to do it now and then do it in another video. But they carry their pups for 63 days They have 4 to 7 pups, but can be smaller and can be larger depending on different variables, which is like a regular animal, you know what I mean? You can have a husky and it can have 1 pup, or it can have 10 pups, 12 pups. And good time to trap coyotes. They're the most prime. I'm going to say, in my area, if you want to trap coyotes, I'm going to say November. Because once you get into December and January, they start getting rubbed and their herring is good. Foxes, I'm not really sure when they're the primest. I've never really caught enough each year to dictate that, because I may catch 3 or 4 foxes on my 30 acres, and 3 or 4 foxes a year, and that's it. So I really ain't got no data to compare to when they're the most primest. But that is gestation and heat cycles of them animals. You want to use a gland lure for coyotes year round because it's a territorial thing. And foxes, you'll want to use either a red or gray fox gland or a bobcat gland. Bobcat gland works awesome for all of them, but I'll do that in another video too. But that is the gestation period of foxes, bobcats, and coyotes, and when they're in heat. I hope you found this video somewhat interesting. If you did, hit that thumbs up, leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing.